Welcome to What to Expect at Day on the Hill. Thank you for taking a few minutes of your day to get an idea of what to expect on June 4th when you come to Harrisburg. For those of you who are repeat attendees, thank you. Thank you for coming back. And for newbies, for those first timers, we say welcome. We appreciate you taking a day out of your busy schedules to be with us. Day on the Hill is back after a long COVID-induced delay, but we're back and we're excited about the opportunity and excited to see you in Harrisburg. Several of our goals for the day is one, strengthen PICPA influence in the state legislative and regulatory landscape. We have CPAs have a unique voice in the policy arena, and we need to use it. Two, build relationship with legislators and staff and regulatory agencies. There's an old adage in government relations that says, make a friend before you need a friend. And that's really one of the goals of Day on the Hill. And then garner support for PICPA's legislative agenda. We have 4 issues that we're going to talk about very briefly today. They're all pretty straightforward issues, but looking forward to really gaining legislator support for our issues in the 25-26 legislative session. So here's our agenda for June 4th, subject to change, just so you're aware, there's a lot of moving parts. June 4th is a legislative session day, so it will be a very busy day in the Capitol. There could be some changes, some additions, some subtractions. So just be aware that there's going to be a lot of activity and there may be some changes to this agenda. You can see Governor Shapiro has been invited. We have not gotten confirmation of his attendance, but he has been invited. For those of you coming in on Tuesday evening, we have a legislative reception for you. If you're able to make that, check our website for the details of that event. Getting to Harrisburg, as I mentioned, getting to Harrisburg on a session day will be could be challenging. So I would plan ahead, plan accordingly, give yourself plenty of time. As you can see on this map, kind of where you see the strawberry square, blue square, if you kind of go down from that and you see kind of it looks like a P4 parking lot. That is where the Hilton essentially is. So probably a 15-minute walk to the Capitol. There's a way to cut through Strawberry Square to get through the Capitol Park to get to the front of the Capitol, which you can see kind of there, the blue area on the left. You can also see identified various parking spots as well. If you're training in, the Harrisburg Transportation Center is a short walk, very short walk to the Hilton. So easy access. But again, though, 15-minute walk from the Hilton to the Capitol. It's not very challenging at all. As I said, please give yourself some additional extra time to get into the city and to park. It could be typically a lot of traffic during those session days. So here, nuts and bolts, what to expect, what to wear. Business casual, you don't need to wear a tie. A jacket is probably preferable, but it's certainly not necessary, particularly in June. June in Harrisburg can be a very hot and humid time period, but business casual, be prepared to walk. So certainly wear comfortable shoes. Particularly when you're in the Capitol, the hallways have the kind of the tiles that are like cobblestones almost. They can make it a little difficult to walk. Bring business cards. I know that might be old school for some of you, but it's a great way to make a connection with legislators and staff. Weather could be a factor, so plan accordingly. Maybe an umbrella that you can carry with you, a small umbrella. But usually for Day on the Hill, we get typically very sunny weather. Getting to the Capitol is, again, a short walk. You will need to go through security. There are limited access points to the Capitol. There's the main Capitol entrance, which is on 3rd Street, and then there's the East Wing Capitol entrance, which is where we're looking, the slide that we're looking here. This is the East Wing entrance. You see the fountain there. That's the East Wing entrance to the Capitol. You will need to go through security, so just be advised of that. You will have to empty your pockets. You will have to have your backpack or whatever you're carrying go through a metal detector. So just plan accordingly once again. June 4th is a session day, and it could be a very busy session day. This is the General Assembly's busy season, if you will. So there's a lot of activity going on. There will probably be House votes, House and Senate floor votes. You can see the activity if you go to the fourth floor gallery. There are elevators in the main rotunda that will take you up to the fourth floor to view session. Again, you'll have to go through security again to get into the galleries of both the House and Senate. But if you have some extra time, I would encourage you to kind of just see how the process plays out. Lastly, PICPA will have a table in the east wing of the Capitol. I'll show you that in a second. So here's a picture of the main Capitol, which is kind of the bottom half. Main Capitol, or the old Capitol, if you will, runs up to rooms 149 and 153 and 144 and 148. That's kind of the old Capitol. What's behind that is the East Capitol, or the East Wing, the new Capitol, as I call it. That's where the cafeteria is, and that's where our table will be on Day on the Hill. As you're looking at that picture on the left-hand side, where you see Main, that's the Senate side of the Capitol. On the right, where you see Capitol, that's the House side of the building. Elevators on both sides of those halls so you can access any of the other floors in the main Capitol. Just a word of note. The E level, which is technically the second level of the Capitol, is the E level. I think it's the executive level of the Capitol. So the second level is the E level. The third level of both the House and Senate main Capitol is really the third, but the elevator is numbered accordingly. So don't want to confuse you, but there is an E level in both the House and Senate chambers. Here's a shot of the East Wing. Again, this is what I call the new Capitol, which is where the cafeteria is. A lot of legislative, particularly House member offices, are down here. There are a few Senate offices as well. And this also leads you to Irvis Office Building. You can see there. That's where a lot of House member offices are. So there's a short walk to those offices, but Irvis is a place that a lot of your meetings may be held. Meeting tips. Know your legislator. Do maybe a 30-second review of, kind of the key committees they're on, just so you're familiar. You may have a relationship with them, you may not. Just maybe pick up some tidbits on what their issues are, what bills they might be sponsoring. So and that can be accessed through the General Assembly's website. For meetings, please be on time as much as possible. Again, the Capitol will be very busy. We're not the only group in the Capitol that day, so there may be a lot of other groups trying to get into offices. We are scheduling meetings for your legislators. They will likely be in group meetings. It might be so that it probably won't just be one. It might be several members attending those meetings, but be on time, be courteous. And don't be intimidated. A lot of times when you meet with folks, there's a tendency to think that they know more about the subject matter than you do, but you are the subject matter experts in these areas. So, don't be intimidated. Also, don't be offended if you're meeting with a staffer. Unfortunately, it is a session day, and there could be a lot of off-the-floor committee meetings and other activity, caucus meetings that may pull the legislator away from your meeting. Brevity is key. Try to kind of, if you're in a group, kind of maybe divvy up some of the talking points and how you're going to approach the legislator. Again, though, just be courteous. Introduce yourself and your firm, kind of what your footprint is. Avoid discussion of politics. The legislator may bring up a local political issue or something. Try to deflect as much as possible. And of course, introduce PICPA. While most members know who we are, there are a few new members of the General Assembly that don't know yet who PICPA is. So good opportunity to educate them on who we are and what we do. Some additional meeting tips. So identify and discuss legislative issues. and localize these issues as much as possible, how they impact you and your firm and your clients. You will receive what we call leave behinds. These are folders with the issue briefs that we're going to talk about real briefly. And those will be for legislators and staff. Each PICPA member who attends will receive two leave behinds that you can provide to the lawmakers, and simply walk through the issue briefs and again, personalize it where appropriate. At the conclusion, certainly thank the legislator and staff. A great opportunity to follow up with a business card, see if they have any questions. Questions, if you don't know any answer to the question, perfectly all right. Happens to me all the time. Simply say, I'm not sure. I want to get you the correct answer to that. PICPA will follow up. And then after the meeting follow up with us, and we will make contact with that legislator or staff on the issues that's outstanding. I know it's, again, old school, but a handwritten note or email goes a long way to continuing that relationship. And I think that's really kind of one of the main takeaways from Day on the Hill is this is your opportunity and our opportunity to forge a relationship with the legislators and staff, your legislators and staff, moving forward on issues. There are going to be other issues that we're going to need to engage with state lawmakers on. This is a great opportunity to make that connection. Follow-up forms. Again, I mentioned the leave behinds. Every member will have two leave behinds, but you also have your own personal folder that will include your schedule, the issue briefs that we talked about, follow-up forms, and some other information. So follow up with those forms, who you met with, what you discussed, and how we can be of assistance. So the issues, real quickly, you have some homework to do. We have prepared issue briefs. They're already on our website, www.picpa.org. If you go to the advocacy section, the 4 issue briefs are already up there that you can download and review. Our top priority is modernizing our CPA law, which is, as you may have heard, is Senate Bill 719, just recently introduced. It's pending before the Senate Consumer Protection and Professional Licensure Committee. Does 2 things. It adds an additional pathway, bachelor's degree, plus 2 years of experience to the licensing process in Pennsylvania. 11 other states have enacted very similar legislation to this. Ohio, Maryland, I believe, Virginia, a number of other states, Texas. So we are following suit with that legislation. The other provision is automatic mobility. CPAs already have the ability to practice in other states. We absolutely positively are going to maintain that driver's license type ability to practice in other states, and that's included in Senate Bill 719. There will be a companion bill introduced in the House by Representatives Ben Sanchez and Keith Griner. That's House Bill 1410. Not introduced yet, but it will be shortly. Senate Bill 719 has been introduced by Senator Scott Hutchinson and Senator Nick Piscatano. So Senate Bill 719, the ask is very simple, is to support the legislation. Modernizing the Solicitation of Funds for Charitable Purposes Act, House Bill 965. We're just looking to increase the thresholds under the law. The audit threshold, we're proposing increasing from $750,000 to $1 million, and the thresholds below that would be adjusted accordingly as well. This bill is in the House State Government Committee. We're asking for lawmakers to support this legislation. And 2 tax issues. What would be a day on the Hill without tax issues? One is the state and local tax workaround, Senate Bill 396. We've been at this for a couple of sessions. Pennsylvania is the last large state. 36 out of 41 jurisdictions have enacted these SALT cap workarounds, if you will. Pennsylvania is the last large state. We're looking to have that part of the budget discussion this year. And as a kind of I call it a byproduct of the SALT cap is the resident partner tax credit issue. And that's Senate Bill 253. Basically, because of the statutory language, a Pennsylvania resident partner is not entitled to a tax credit for personal income tax paid to other state under these SALT workarounds, while a Pennsylvania S Corp shareholder is. So there is equity in the statute that needs to be fixed. Senate Bill 253 does that. Both Senate Bill 253 and Senate Bill 396 have been reported from the Senate Finance Committee and are currently pending before the full Senate for vote. These both if they're going to get to the governor's desk, will be part of an omnibus tax bill with the budget agreement. So that's our ask, is for lawmakers to support those bills as they hopefully move through the process and are contemplated as part of the 25-26 state budget package. I know I can't take questions now, but I encourage you to, as you're going through this, I went through the material very quickly. We appreciate your feedback, appreciate your follow-up questions. June 4th is not that far away. You do have some homework to review the issue briefs, become familiar with the issues and the asks, and also take a few moments to learn a little bit about your legislators, so you know a little bit about them when you meet with them. With that, thank you for your time. Look forward to seeing many of you on June 4th for a very exciting and hopefully engaging Day on the Hill 2025. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.